To make double treble, triple treble, and even taller stitches, you're going to start the same way we do with any of the other stitches we've learned so far. We're going to make a slip knot and create a chain. And then we are going to be skipping some chains to count as our first stitch, and then working in the next one with our second stitch of the row. So in the case of a double treble, we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work in the 6th stitch from our hook. To do a double treble, we are going to yarn over 3 times. There's 1, 2, 3. Then insert our hook into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. Make sure we push that loop back up onto our hook to make it the right size. We will then have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through just those first 2. Then yarn over, pull through those next 2. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. And that creates this very tall stitch that matches this chain that we skipped. So we've got 2 stitches in our row. We can then repeat that into the next chain. Yarn over 3 times. Find our next chain here. Insert our hook. Yarn over, pull through just the chain. Yarn over, pull through 2. 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 And then just repeat that in all the chains across. Yarn over 3 times. Insert into our chain. Pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. And we can see that as we're pulling through 2 each time, we're essentially just making stacked single crochets. So we've got 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And that's essentially all you will do when you want to make a taller stitch in crochet, is just add another quote-unquote single crochet on top of it. To do that, all you do is just add an extra yarn over. And I will show that in the next row. Okay. So earlier, we skipped 5 chains to do our double treble crochet. Anytime you want to make a taller stitch, you just add an extra chain and that gets you to the same height. So if I want to do the next level of stitch, which after the double treble is the triple treble, instead of chaining 5, I'm going to chain 1 more. So I'll chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives me this really long, tall stitch. Now because I'm counting this chain as my first stitch, I do not work in the top of this stitch here. So I go ahead and skip this stitch, and I work my next one into this stitch. So earlier, my double treble, I yarned over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. To do a triple treble, I just yarn over 1 more time. 4 times. Now I go ahead and insert my hook into that next stitch. making sure I'm going under both yarn loops of the V on the top. Yarn over, pull up my loop, and then I just repeatedly pull through 2 until I reach the end. Yarn over, pull through 2, 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 and yarn over, pull through 2. I now have an extra tall stitch with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets stacked on top of each other. I can repeat that into the next stitch. I yarned over 4 times, go into this next one, pull up my loop, and then I will pull through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then I can repeat that again until I reach all the way to the end when I work my last stitch in the top of the last chain here at the end. Remember, when you're working in a chain like this, it doesn't really matter which chain you put it into as long as you put it somewhere in the top. So if this very top one is just a little too tight for you, you can always go just right into the next one and it will look just fine. That's a little tight for me, so I'm just going to go into this one, insert my hook, pull up my loop, and then proceed to finish my stitch. And now you can see we've got very, very tall stitches. Now some patterns that might include some crochet lacing or anything like that will probably have even taller stitches, so they might name those things like the quintuple treble or the quadruple treble or anything like that, or they might just tell you to make a stitch using a certain number of yarn overs. You'll just follow whatever the pattern tells you. In either case, anytime you make a taller stitch, all you do is just add an extra yarn over, add an extra chain at the beginning, and you'll be just fine making whatever height stitch that you want going forward. And that's all there is to making extra tall stitches in crochet.